What is up, fight fans? This is DJC Combat here, and with the return of Tatiana Suarez just passing by over a month ago, and Zhang Weili regaining her title, that is a potential matchup that might just happen down the road. And today, I just want to talk about that fight and talk about why I think Tatiana Suarez potentially might be Zhang Weili's kryptonite here. Simply due to the fact of Tatiana's style. It's a striker versus wrestler matchup, although Weili being the striker, she has a lot of tools. She doesn't just have striking. We know that she's got phenomenal grappling, and her wrestling has massively improved. After the first Rose fight, she became a really good wrestler. Like, she could take girls down. She was out wrestling Rose in the rematch, out wrestling Joanna in the rematch. She was doing a lot of wrestling scrambles successfully with Carla to gain dominant position. So that is in check. But I don't think she can wrestle with Tatiana like that. I don't think she can counter wrestle Tatiana like she did to Carla. She was able to do that with Esparza because, Weili's got the size and strength advantage. So that kind of helps. But against Suarez, Suarez is bigger than Weili, I believe, around the same height. And I don't know who's stronger, but Tatiana is strong enough, okay? So that's going to be problematic, and her wrestling overall is better than Carla, and she chain wrestles better than Carla Esparza. Her takedowns are harder to stop, and when she gets you down, her top control is like so good. It's that one equalizer of Tatiana that sets her apart from a lot of her opponents, and that is the one equalizer I believe that could be the demise of Weili if these two do ever fight. Because Weili, your style, it's great against like strikers where she can outstrike the striker she's fighting, but she can also mix it up and out wrestle them. But she's limited to one option only against Tatiana. She can only use her striking against Tatiana Suarez. And one problem with Weili and her striking style, is it revolves a lot around getting in range, getting on the inside, getting in close. And the problem with that against Tatiana is you do not want to get close to Tatiana, because Tatiana's game revolves around getting a hold of you. And then when she gets a hold of you, it goes downhill when she gets a hold of you, because then she can start working her takedowns. She can get you against the cage, start working trips. If a trip doesn't work, like, here's the thing with Tatiana, she's so good, so outstanding at switching from one takedown to another, from doubles to singles to body lock trips. She has so many different ways she can take you down, and having that woman get a hold of you is a mess. I believe to truly give Tatiana problems, you have to be able to keep that distance and keep her away from you. You cannot let her get close. But that is not Weili's style. And her style and her willingness to get on the inside, that could work against her against Tatiana. It might play into Tatiana's favor, in all honesty. And one thing I notice about Zhang Weili is that her takedown defense, I mean, it looked good against Carla, but it's not really that great, in all honesty. She can be taken down. Rose showed that. And she can be kept down. You know, Tisha Torres was able to hold her down till the end of the second round. Rose kept her down in round 4 and 5. That is not what I want to see when, putting her up against a wrestler like Tatiana. That's not what I want to see. With someone of the level of top control of Tatiana, if that's Tatiana on top of you, if you can't get up against Rose, you cannot get up against Tatiana Suarez. That it is just not going to happen. Weili's best hope if they're on the ground is threatening with subs, neutralizing any ground and pound offense of Tatiana, and attacking off her back, staying busy with elbows. She could potentially do that. But in all honesty, if they're on the ground, I do think that Tatiana would dominate the fight on the ground. And she could potentially get these takedowns round after round and just keep her there. And with Tatiana, with her style, everyone knows what she wants to do, but no one has been able to stop it. And that's dominance right there. Is having a style about you that people know about, that people would be prepared for. But no matter what they do, no matter how much studying, preparation they do, no matter how ready you are, there's nothing you can do about it. That is dominance. And that is why Tatiana is a dominant wrestler. And now that she's back, the strawweight division is going to be in a lot of trouble with this woman, okay? She may be ranked number 13, so she's far apart from Weili. This matchup is far off, but her ranking spot does not define who she is. She's easily a top 3 fighter. And after 4 years out against De La Rosa, she showed she did not lose a step. And now that she has one fight under her belt, now that she has that one fight, I think she's going to be even better now that rust is off. She's got her confidence and momentum going. She's back. She's in the swing of things. I believe whoever fights her next is going to be in a lot of trouble. And I would love to see Tatiana get fast tracked to a title shot. You know, when she was first making her way through the rankings at strawweight, she was number 9, fought Carla at number 6. And when she beat the 6th ranked Carla, they put her at number 3. So they could easily give her someone number 7. They can make her top 5 and just give her a shot at the title. Why not? You know, I would love to see them do that. You know, maybe they can give her the winner of Dern versus Hill. Dern is a top 5 fighter, so maybe she could fight Mackenzie to get there, beat her, or maybe after Marina beats Janjiroba, or if she beats her, whoever wins that, she can face the winner of that as well to get a top 7, top 5 spot. But preferably, or actually no, she could also take on the winner of Andrade versus Xiaonan. And I know Jessica will fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. And if she wins, she'll definitely fight Tatiana. But I feel like a lot of these girls, a lot of these women are going to be declining Tatiana. I think Tatiana's going to have a hard time getting an opponent. I think these girls, they know the threat that is Tatiana and what she brings. A lot of these women know they can't step to what she brings to the table. So we might not see an active year for Tatiana because she might be waiting just to get an opponent. Therefore, the road to get to the title in Weili is going to be extremely difficult. But I do believe that she's going to get there in time. I want to see her fight Rose Namajunas. That has been my dream fight. And if that fight can get done, if Tatiana wins, she's right there. She'll be like the number 1 contender. Carla's gone. I don't even know why she's still ranked. She's having a baby. She said she's not coming back till mid 2024. So Rose should be number 1. And Tatiana should get the number 1 contender in Rose and be the number 1 contender if she wins and fight Zhang Weili. That is the fight. That is the ultimate test. That is the final boss. That is the final boss for Tatiana to solidify how good she truly is. Now, with everything I just said about how Tatiana is a bad matchup for Weili, which she is, that does not mean that I'm picking Tatiana to win. I'm not really making an official prediction. It can go either way. You know, Weili is very dangerous. You know, she's more complete. Her striking is better. She's got a significant speed, power advantage. And if she could nullify the wrestling of Tatiana, if she's able to beat her, if she doesn't need to engage wrestling to, like, you know, to win the fight against her like she did against Carla, and she can just stop the takedowns entirely, then she picks Weili, or she picks Tatiana apart and beats her up. You know, and maybe she could catch her in a scramble and a submission, but it would just be a lot harder to do than what she did against, you know, the Cookie Monster Carla Esparza. Now, one other thing that that Weili does have going for her is her clinch work, her elbows, her knees on the inside. But against a wrestler, it's harder to work your clinch game. So I think that might be another thing of Weili that's negated. So yeah, it's tough. Weili's not the kind of person who likes to keep distance. I mean, she can fight at range, but she's not a distance keeper. She's a distance closer. And against Tatiana, like I said, if she gets a hold of you, you're in a sticky situation that you're not going to be able to get out of, man. They don't call her the female Khabib for nothing. And I hope this fight does happen, just to see what would happen if these two do fight. A lot of people seem to think that, you know, the one to beat Weili is Rose Namajunas again. Could happen, but Rose is not really in the right mental state. And the last fight was so close. So close. I really think looking at that, with some adjustments, Weili could win. She's just more active, got the momentum. I think she beats Rose now. And I do think that she would end up beating Amanda Lemos if that fight does end up or when it happens, it'll probably be next. I think she'll handily win that fight. But in the meantime, when Weili makes the first slash second defense of her title, first defense of this reign, and she's successful. Hopefully, within that time, we do see Tatiana get a top five opponent that could track her straight to where she needs to be, fighting for the strawweight title. But yeah, it's that wrestling that sets them apart, and it's not out of the realm of possibility for Tatiana to impose her game on someone who was taken down and held down by Rose Namajunas. I could really see her mauling Zhang Weili and being the one to take her title. Like, she is the boogie woman of this division. She is the nightmare matchup, the number one nightmare matchup for Weili, and it'll be impressive if either Weili can overcome the nightmare that is Tatiana, or if Tatiana can beat the final boss that is Weili, solidifying herself as the best strawweight in the world. Tatiana has two former champs on her resume. Carla aged well, Alexa aged well, and if she beats an active champion like Weili, you know how good this woman is. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who would you favor to win if we were to see Tatiana or Weili? Weili or Tatiana? Like and subscribe, and peace.